Greetings. My name is Jonathan Kelly, and I'm just here to talk about maybe some sort of inquiry as concerning whether you would be able to do a custom pedal build that could approximate two important pieces of gear that I use. So, to start off, from the very get-go of my guitar playing, I was actually fortunate enough to have a little tube combo. It was a Laney, and it didn't have enough gain. So in order to get in the metal territory, I actually used a Metal Zone as a parametric EQ plus boost, and that got it there. But the problem with that tone was that the band of the Q, or the mid range, was too narrow. So the palm mutes were nice and tight, but they were a bit clunky sounding when you played faster notes. But that problem was alleviated when I ditched the Metal Zone and used an MXR 10 band EQ with a Boss SD1 overdrive. But I'm here to talk about my current rig. Now keep in mind that I'm using a Line 6 practice amp with these two pieces of important gear that I have. But I gotta say, modeling has come a long way, and it actually sounds almost as good as my old Laney tube combo, which sadly is out of service right now. So what I have here is from the 80s an Audio Arts 4-band, fully parametric EQ. And what's interesting about this particular rack mount parametric EQ is that, interestingly, you can't really use the cues to cut out any bass, because any cue that you engage adds bass to the signal. So when you try to cut out any low end using a cue, it just cuts out what was already added when the cue was engaged. But the reason I use this over, say, something like a Furman PQ3 is I also have a Furman PQ3, but it's in a rack unit right now. Is that the Furman PQ3 sort of has a certain coldness to it that this particular EQ does not have. This EQ right here is very warm and sweet. Perhaps the warmest sounding EQ I have ever used, and that's why it's my favorite. Now, hold on, let me try to look at the mids here. Now, my favorite frequency to boost, well, according to the knob here, is somewhere between 800 and 950, so around 900 hertz. And I like a fairly broad band of Q, because if the Q is too narrow, again, the palm mutes get too clunky sounding when you're playing high speed on the lower notes. And the overall, signal added on that Q is maxed. And in addition, I used to use a Boss SD1, but now I use a Ibanez TS9. The reason being is that my Boss SD1 that is working, that I own, it's over at my friend's place where I rehearse for band practice. So I'm just stuck using my Ibanez TS9. The EQ without the overdrive is good, but the overdrive just adds a little something to really make it suitable for the kind of music I play. And I was just wondering if perhaps I could inquire about you maybe creating a custom build pedal that sort of combines maybe a Boss SD1 circuit with a switchable mid boost, and perhaps also a low end cut. Because I'm pretty sure, even though you can't cut the low end on the knobs on the rack mount unit here, that the unit itself, just when it's engaged in general, cuts out low end. So yeah, I guess right now, after talking for a few minutes, I'm just gonna demonstrate what the mid boost on the EQ does, and just how the overdrive contributes to the tone. So I'm gonna start with the EQ disengage, then I'm gonna engage the EQ, and then I'm gonna engage the overdrive, just to give you an idea of, you know, how these two pieces of gear contribute to my overall tone. And again, please humor me as I use a Line 6 practice amp. It's currently on a JCM 800 model, and that best approximates the sort of sound I get from my old Laney combo, as well as the 100-watt Splon head that I use for band practice. So yeah, I'll just give you the sound demo. Okay, so this is with the EQ and the overdrive not engaged. EQ engaged. And now I'm going to add on top of that the overdrive.